The three 8-year-old boys were found in a muddy pond. They'd been hog-tied, hands and feet tied behind their backs. They'd been beaten, tortured and castrated. Hello true crime fans and welcome to Behind the Yellow Tape. Today we journey to a case that captivated the nation, divided opinions and left a community reeling. This is the West Memphis Three. In 1993, the quiet town of West Memphis, Arkansas was shattered by a heinous crime. On the 6th of May, the bodies of 8 3-year-old boys, Steve Branch, Michael Moore and Christopher Byers, were discovered in a muddy pond in an area known as Robin Hood Hills. Their hands and feet were bound, they had suffered horrific injuries, they had also been castrated. The brutality of the murder sent shockwaves through the community and fear quickly gripped the small town. The police investigation began immediately, but the initial leads proved scarce. The lack of concrete evidence and the gruesome nature of the crime fueled a desperate need for answers. Local law enforcement, under immense pressure from the public and the victims' families, began to cast a wide net. Within weeks, 3 teenagers were arrested: Jessie Misskelley, Damien Echols and Jason Baldwin. Echols at 18 was known for his dark clothing, interest in heavy metal music and a general air of rebellion. Baldwin, who was 16, was Echols' best friend, and Misskelley, who was 17, had a lower IQ and a history of making false confessions. The prosecution's theory was startling. They alleged that the 3 teenagers had murdered the boys as part of a satanic ritual. This narrative, fueled by the satanic panic prevalent in the 80s and early 90s, quickly took hold. The lack of traditional motive combined with the teenagers' non-conformist appearances and interests made them easy targets for a community desperate for someone to blame. The trials that followed were highly controversial. The primary evidence against the trio included a coerced confession from Misskelley, who later recanted, and circumstantial evidence attempted to link them to occult practices. There was no physical evidence, no DNA, no fingerprints directly connecting them to the crime scene or the victims. Despite having no evidence, all 3 were convicted. Jessie Misskelley was sentenced to life imprisonment plus 40 years. Jason Baldwin received a whole life sentence, and Damien Echols, considered the ringleader, was sentenced to death. The conviction sparked outrage among many who believed the teenagers were innocent, victims of a modern-day witch hunt. Documentaries, books and a passionate grassroots movement emerged, dedicating to proving their innocence and securing their release. Celebrities, musicians and legal experts joined the cause, highlighting the numerous flaws in the investigation and trials. Over the years, new forensic techniques emerged. DNA testing, which was not widely available or utilised during the original trials, became a crucial tool. Decades later, DNA evidence found at the crime scene did not match the West Memphis Three, but instead pointed to other unknown individuals. Faced with mounting evidence of wrongful conviction and the potential for new trials, a unique legal agreement was reached in 2011. The West Memphis Three, after 18 years in prison, were released under an Alford plea. The legal manoeuvre allowed them to maintain their innocence while acknowledging that the prosecution had enough evidence to convict them. While free, the Alford plea meant they were not fully exonerated, leaving a lingering question: who truly murdered Steve Branch, Michael Moore and Christopher Byers? The case of the West Memphis Three remains a haunting testament to the dangers of tunnel vision investigations, the power of public fear and the enduring quest for justice. The true killer, it seems, still walks free, and the echoes of the tragedy continue to reverberate. Thank you for listening today, and remember, stay behind the yellow tape.